I hope you noticed that the title of this video is Breaking Your Rules, not Breaking the Rules. I know there's a lot of quotes out there about rules are meant to be broken. There are times where that is true, but many, if not most, of the rules that we have in our daily lives are there for our own well being as well as the well being of other people. And there's a good reason why they're there. But it's those personal rules we have. We have a personal rule book about when we can be happy or when we have to feel miserable. And, so things happen and people say, why are you feeling that way? It's like, them's the rules. I got to feel this way. We want to break those rules. So allowing yourself to think about some of the rules that you might be following that are no longer working for you, if they ever did, and taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though I have all of these rules, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have all these rules, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have all of these rules about what I should think and how I should behave and how I need to feel. And a lot of these rules don't work in my favor. A lot of these rules really limit me. And even though I have all these rules, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe even the people who taught me these rules, because they didn't know any better. And I choose to be free. All these rules that limit my well-being, all these rules that limit my happiness, all these rules that limit my health, all these rules that limit my wealth. I could be happier, healthier, and wealthier if it wasn't for all these rules. Part of me might say, I don't have those rules. But if I really look at my behavior and the way I respond to a lot of circumstances, it may not be the ideal way. So why do I do that? Because them's the rules. Those are the rules that I was taught. Either someone explicitly told me that's the rule, like it's a rule to not get your hopes up. It's a rule to not make too much money. It's a rule to not stand out. It's a rule to be unhappy under certain circumstances. And I love and appreciate those parts of me that are just trying to follow the rules. But I'm allowing myself to see whether or not they're universal rules. Some of the rules make sense. Treating others as I wish to be treated, it's a pretty good rule. But there are some other rules that aren't working for me. I'm allowing myself to break those rules that no longer serve me. And I'm allowing myself to know that I know the difference. It's a rule that we're not supposed to steal from other people. And part of me might say, yeah, that's a rule that's no longer working for me. It would be really good for me if I could just take whatever I wanted. That's not the real me. The truly free me, the most loving version of myself, is not compelled to hurt anyone. I'm allowing myself to see which rules I have that don't serve me or anyone else. I might have a rule about happiness that says I can only be happy if I win $2 million in the lottery. And I may have another rule that says I have to feel unhappy if there are clouds in the sky. I have this rule book, and it's not working in my favor. I'm breaking those outdated rules that don't serve me or anyone else. I'm also allowing myself to know that my highest good will not come at the expense of somebody else's. So if I tell myself I'm breaking a rule because it will help me, even if it hurts someone else, that's not the real me. The real me can live an awesome life without hurting anyone. So I'm allowing myself the freedom to break some rules. Looking at those places where I limit my health, wealth, or happiness. And I'm looking at the rules that cause me to do so. Those rules about why I couldn't be happier. Those rules about why I shouldn't be healthier. Those rules about why I mustn't be wealthier. I'm allowing myself to break some rules. Because if they're not serving me, they're not really serving other people either. I'm setting myself free for the highest good of all concerned. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Just allow yourself to look at where you can give yourself more freedom. And again, trusting as you clear out old feelings of unworthiness and old fears and old anger and all of that uncomfortable stuff, you're not going to be breaking rules to hurt people. It's like, oh, it's a rule that I shouldn't say mean things to other people, but I can break that now. That's not who you really are. Allow yourself to find that version of you, that most free version of yourself that is so full of love that naturally you would treat people in more loving ways. And when stuff gets in the way of that, I'm here for you. Thanks.